In this GraphicsFlow tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to create and manage folders. Now, of course, folders provide a very flexible way to manage and organize art content. So let's dive in and take a look at all the features that are available. So first and foremost, there's two ways to create a new folder. So you'll notice where my mouse is hovering, there's a little plus icon that is to the right of the text that displays here that says folders. Now, of course, if I click that, I'll be prompted to enter a name, and then I can select Create to create a new folder. Additionally, you'll notice on the very right, I have an orange button that allows me to click New, and there I can choose to either upload a new file or, again, I can select Create a Folder, and I'll get that same prompt where I can input a name for a folder. Now, I'll remind you, if you enter a name and you click Create and you recognize that there's a misspelling in the folder name, well, you always have the opportunity to rename a folder. And let's walk through that process now. So notice if you hover your mouse over a folder and you select the ellipse icon, here you can rename, you can move, download, or delete. So of course, I'll select rename, and I'll have the ability to correct any misspelling, or maybe I later want to bring some more context or describe this folder differently. I can always rename a folder. So now we've talked about the two principal ways to create a folder. I want to share another insight here. If you happen to navigate inside of an existing folder, you will still have context to create a new folder. So it is possible to create folders within folders within folders. So it's very possible to create whatever custom or flexible way you choose to use folders. So some people will choose to create folders for the client, and that's the highest top sort of hierarchy of a folder. And then they'll choose to create subfolders to represent different projects. Well, then it's also possible to have folders within subfolders to organize by production method, or by maybe there's even different events or different product types all together. So folders, in summary, provide a very flexible way to organize and manage your graphic files and content. Now let me make one other quick point here. It's also possible to select a folder and drag and drop it onto another folder to consolidate folders. So here I'm going to grab the Tesla folder. I'm going to left mouse click and hold the left mouse button down, and then I can drag and drop it, and I'll drag and drop it over the Angular folder. And that's going to go ahead and move that Tesla folder into the Angular folder. And you can see how that resides now. Now, in the event that you drag and drop and you make a mistake, it's possible to reverse and undo and move that folder. So here I'll go ahead and again hover my mouse over the folder icon and make that selection. I'll click the ellipse icon, and here I'll select the option to move. And in this case, if you click My Art, and My Art will always be at the top, that's the topmost hierarchy and the topmost view of all of your folders and files. If I make that selection and I click Move, that's going to go ahead and take that Tesla folder and move it right back into My Art. So that's a very simple way to make movement or changes, whether it be to My Art or to another folder structure. So let's replay that really quickly to make sure you understand. Again, if I select Move on any folder I've selected, I can choose to drag and drop, or I can use the Move action to select a folder where I want to, in fact, make that move. So here we've reviewed the ability to create folders, either as a parent folder or subfolders. We've talked about moving, whether it be drag and drop or using the move command to make that decision. So that is folders in a nutshell. So our advice is to always take the time to think about how you want to manage graphic files for your business and how to create a standard operating procedure to train your staff on the method that you want to use across your organization. So sit down and think about how you typically manage files in the best possible way to bring organization and management. Write a standard operating procedure and train your team and enforce that. And that way you have your entire team and your entire operation using the same organization system and convention, which means that art content is going to be easy to access and find inside of GraphicsFlow. So if you have any questions about this or any of the other features in GraphicsFlow, make sure to reach out to our support team. Be happy to help you out and answer any questions possible.